Hey, what's going on, fellas? It's Czar here. Back again after a little hiatus there. I've got a profile for you for Spright Adamancipator, or Spright Rock, or Sprock, or whatever you want to call it. I took this to locals the past week now that I finally got the Spright cards to be able to play it, and I've got to say it performed exactly to my expectations. I ended up going, air quotes, undefeated. Let's get right into the deck profile, and then I figured I'd spice it up and show you guys a little bit of a little combo example after the profile, followed by the summarization of the video. So, to start it off, this is not optimized. Shoutouts to Joel. He gave me basically the entire side deck, traded me the appointers at the day of when we showed up to locals, and then everything else, because I had forgotten cards for my side deck on my desk here at home. Actually, they're right next to me. He let me borrow everything else in the side deck here: the Twin Twisters, the Raigeki, the Tarantula, Anti-Spell, all of it. So big shoutouts to Joel, who was also my finals round opponent, funny enough. But without further ado, let's hop in. So we got one Nibiru. The other two were also along with the side deck cards, so I would be playing 3. It's very good. Just a board breaker, you know, as you can probably tell just by looking at it. I'm not playing any hand traps at the moment. That may be subject to change in the future, but I feel like board breakers for this deck is just the way to go. Adamancipator Risen Dragite is one heck of a board breaker card. If once you put them under Dark Ruler, you can just send everything back. 3 Parallel Exceed. It's a very good extension. It helps you make Abyss Dweller, helps you make Gallant Granite, etc., etc. It's just very good. More bodies. Triple Guardian. This card is better now than ever before, because within the same turn that you have normal summoned, you can activate a supplier in hand or summon an excavated supplier, search a guardian, and then you can discard Kartorin for an additional normal summon that turn. And normal summon the Guardian to then get you the protection. So you can tutor out Guardian a lot easier now to then normal summon and protect you from things like Nibiru. Then we got standard Triple Analyzer, Triple Supplier, just an Excavate, a good Guardian Search, and because Guardian is better with this build, now so is Supplier, through enabling it. One each of the blue and green crystal. The blue one's just really good. If you hit it, you draw a card and it lets you recycle Dragite. And Raptite is actually really good as well, because it helps you... it recycles Raptite, which is your best synchro for playmaking. And it also is a win to enable it. It's DD Crow effect along with the Parallel Exceed here. These ratios are a little funny, so everything's a little out of order because of the way Omega sorts things. But we got Triple Jet, standard for Spright decks, Triple Seeker, standard for Adamancipator decks, 1 red, Triple blue, 1 carrot, Triple Swap Frog, Triple Kartorin, the hidden gem of the seafront. This is my new favorite card that no one talks about. Just being able to discard for a Gem Knight Seraphonite effect is great, but it's also a rock, funny enough, so it's an excavate target, and it's not just a vanilla excavate target. When you have a water and an earth on the field at the same time, i.e. any of your rocks and any of your frogs, or another Kartorin, or Abyss Dweller, or Toad, or Dragite. There's a lot of synergy, a lot of combinations that can turn this graveyard effect live. He can just summon himself for free. Banish when he leaves the field, but you're going to try and use him for Xyz material anyway, so it'll be back in the grave to be summoned again later. So, love this card, great card. It ties the whole deck together. Triple Doki Doki. One thing to mention also with Kartorin as well as Doki Doki is they're both level 2. So we're playing 12 level 2 rocks in here. 3 of which can be excavated, or 6 of which can be excavated anytime, and all of which can be excavated by Raptite specifically. So it's the synergy is just you can start to see how it all ties together. So yeah, Triple Researcher, 1 Ronin Totem, Triple Dark Ruler as my board breaker of choice, because this deck, once everything's negated, can just break a board on its own without any problem. 1 Chalice, because I would have played... This is in one of the Nibiru slots that I forgot. No other reason, because funny enough, from my entry pack I happened to pull a Super Chalice, and then Triple Starter. For extra, we're not going to have anything too surprising. Maybe one little thing to explain, but we got Dragite, Crystal Wing, Leonite, Raptite, Herald of the Arclight, Gallant Granite, Abyss Dweller, Totally Awesome, Gigantic Spright, Herald of Pure Light. This is the one I'll have to explain. So in this deck specifically, this Spright build, overlaying in combo for a level 2 to then detach and add a card back from your grave, like an Adamancipator that you've used, a Researcher, most ideally, and then putting back one of the cards you want to excavate that you may have drawn, like a dead Crystal Dragite or a dead Guardian that you were unable to summon, putting it back into your deck so you can excavate it later and replace it with a card in your hand that's useful. Very, very good. And then access code. This was actually Boral Sword. I forgot to change it. Hulk, double Elf, and then Almirage for unbreaking certain hands. And then the side I already went over with you because of my shout out, but there's nothing to explain there. These are all just good cards. So yeah, let's transition right on over to the replay. I'll go over a replay with you real quick, and we will hop back over here and wrap things up after that. Alright, so we've got a little test game going on here. So this is a good hand because it's very good, but we drew no Adamancipator. So we're starting off with Doki Doki, Pitch Guardian, Summon Analyzer, and we're going to excavate 5, and we hit only the Crystal. So the Crystal's going to draw us 1, and we drew, I believe we drew Starter, did we not? I don't remember, but we're going to make Hulk, Summon Seeker, Parallel Exceed for 2, make Raptite. We're going to hit a Researcher, which is our only name we have not used, because we got the other 2 engraved there. And then Researcher's going to actually activate, and I think we whiff on this one, but that's fine, because we've already got plenty of bodies on board. We discard Kartoran to get it engraved, make Dragite, make Crystal, or make Abyss Dweller, make Crystal Wing. And then we go into full Spright combo, baby. Let's go. So we're going to overlay the Hulk and the Jet for Gigantic, summon Frog from deck, and from here it's just the same thing you've seen before. So, well, except for the Herald. We make Herald in combo here, I add back the Researcher, so it's in hand. We can follow up for more Adamancipator plays next turn. And then we make Toad. Just easy. So we have 1, 2, 3, because with Elf on the field, Toad counts as 2 negates. We have 1, 2, 3, and then whatever we want to summon off of the starter, I set it because we either want to summon Red or Carrot. For a negate of a spell, trap, or monster. So that's 4 negates, and they have to play through Abyss Dweller, and we guaranteed ourselves follow-up, even if that last card in our hand was something blank. This is guaranteed follow-up that we added back with Pure Light, so pretty impressive, I gotta say. This deck has a lot of benefits, such as being able to summon Guardian early to protect yourself from things like DD Crow or Nibiru. You can summon Crystal Wing before you go into Spright combo, so you can protect your Ronin Katoden from things like DD Crow. There's just a lot of strengths going for this that I feel like, as a going first deck, makes this the best Spright deck in the format. Just in my opinion, but in general, I would say this deck does, as much as I built it with the 6 board breakers, the deck, as you saw, was 47 cards, and does not always draw the board breakers, so going second can be a little bit of a struggle. I'll see if I can't work on the ratios a little bit, but 47 was the absolute lowest I could get it to with that, while cramming everything in there that was necessary, and keeping the rate at which you hit excavates without whiffing up to a high enough level. Let's head back to the deck screen. Alright, so that was the deck, and as well as a little bit of a sense of how it plays. If you have anything you want to let me know, any thoughts about the deck, any ideas, anything, any videos you want to see in the future, please let me know down below. Yeah, that was the deck profile. Hopefully we'll be continuing to give consistent uploads. I've got a couple of ideas for some series I want to try and do, so keep an eye out for those, and yeah. Peace.